Hi guys, this is Streamer Carlos. This is your Streamer Carlos. On today's video, I'm going to give you my review of episode 2 of season 1 of Psych. Spelling bee. Spelling. No. Chicken. Orange chicken. Orange chicken spells doom. So here we go, guys. I love this episode. First of all, it's a whole different episode. It's not a continuation of it's a different case. And this time it's a case that Gus likes. First of all, flashback to approximately 7th grade or 8th grade for Sean and Gus. Or 8th grade for Sean and approximately 6th grade for Gus. And Gus is in the school spelling bee, and he can't figure out how to spell a word. Giamento. But anyway, fast forward to after the flashback to present day. Gus is watching the national spelling bee that is being hosted in Santa Barbara, and the main favorite to win the national spelling bee is Brandon Vu. A total word nerd. But Gus notices that his inhaler, because he's asthmatic just like me. So this is an episode that is personal to me, but also funny. Gus notices that Brandon's inhaler is not working properly, and poor Brandon Vu, the ultimate nerd word emperor collapses, and then chaos ensues, obviously. But here's the kicker: Sean doesn't want to do the case because he thinks that the spelling bee is a waste of time, and there are a bunch of word nerds. So he's not into word nerding. But anyway, Gus is so excited that he runs out the door like a Ferrari, like a Ferrari from F1. And basically the gist of it is that the spelling master that is giving the words to the contestant that included at the time Brandon Wu before he dropped out because he collapsed. Ate some bad noodles, or you can say bad orange chicken, meaning that the orange chicken was laced with a neurotoxin that gave head spelling master Kavanaugh a big giant heart attack, which is no joke. And to point this out in a funny way, head spelling master Kavanaugh was pretty chubby. Was a big boy, like Big Boy from Big Boy Burger. But that's not the point. Anyway, Kavanaugh, head spelling master Kavanaugh falls out of the spelling balcony, or out of his spelling headmaster's box, to his death. Now, now now Lassiter now Lassiter has a new partner named Jules because his old partner from episode 1 got transferred because Lassiter was secretly dating her, and that created a conflict of interest. And let me tell you, Juliet, that's Lassiter's partner. She's very spunky. She's a rookie, and she meets Sean. She meets Sean in a stakeout. In a first stakeout. But anyway, going back to the episode, going back to the spelling bee, Kavanaugh falls to his Burger King of a death, and of course Lassiter already rules it as a big giant heart attack, and he was right, but Sean and Gus figure it out. First of all, Sean pretends to, or he pretends to, no, he disguises himself as, with a suit, a very nice suit, as the new headmaster, the new spelling headmaster, and he's giving out easy words for the contestants, which by the third round, the headmaster, meaning the real headmaster, would give championship spelling words from the spelling bees of the past. But Sean gave the contestants easy words from Kavanaugh's grocery list. And you may ask, how did Sean and Gus figure that figured out that Headmaster Kavanaugh took his final descent. Well, Gus has an ability too. Gus has a super unpsychic ability. Unpsychic ability. He has a very good sense of smell, a good sense of aroma, and Gus figured that Headmaster Kavanaugh's orange chicken order or noodle order rather was laced with a potent substance. So Sean went to ask his dad to check the noodles or orange chicken, if you will. And Henry was like, no. If you really want this, if you really want me to help you, Sean, you need to finish something from that I've been wanting you to finish, and that you didn't complete back in the day, and that's the doghouse. That you said to me that you were going to build yourself if you wanted so I could give you a puppy, but you didn't complete it. So until you complete the doghouse that you started building when you were in 8th grade, I will help you. Sean, of course, didn't want to do that, and funny chaos ensued. Basically, Sean and his dad had a big hot dog of a fight over the doghouse. Eventually, Sean stormed out, and that's when on his bike, on his motorcycle. But as he was clearing his head on his solo ride, to clear his head, he was almost squashed. He was almost squashed like a piece of old pizza, old nasty pizza on the sidewalk by a white man. Eventually, Sean and Gus figured that Yuri's father, who was one of the contestants, was the man that was in the white man that tried to squash Sean, and that Headmaster Kavanaugh was scoping with a camera from his spelling master's box. Yuri's dad for cheating, and basically what Yuri's dad was doing was basically tap cheating. What I mean by tap cheating is that Yuri had an inhaler, just like the ultimate emperor of words, meaning Brandon Wu, and basically Yuri's inhaler was basically a signal caller, and a signal caller that basically Yuri's dad basically gave him the letters by tapping of each word that he was giving, tapping his hand, tapping his wrist, tapping his hand to give Yuri each letter of each word that he was given. And John figured that the signal started from Yuri's dad's jacket, and that obviously that Yuri's dad was the man that tried to run him over, and since Headmaster Kavanaugh was on almost getting to the truth that Yuri was cheating, or that Yuri's dad was cheating for him, that's when Yuri's dad, without the knowledge of Headmaster Kavanaugh, Yuri's dad basically laced Headmaster Kavanaugh's orange chicken / noodles, tasty noodles, with a lethal dose of a very high tech dose of toxin and poison. So with that being, and after the case was solved, Sean had a confession to make that he gave the wrong letter to Gus back in the day because he was afraid that Sean was afraid that he was going to be sucked into the eternal portal of words without no return to the real world, to the unnerdy word world. And that's how this wonderful season 1 episode 2 of Psych ends. So here we go. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to tap that like button, and if you want to expand your time here and stay up to date with my other content besides my Psych content, please don't doubt yourselves and tap that notification bell. And if you want to expand your time and keep yourself entertained with my channel, please don't doubt yourselves and go to my homepage and subscribe from there. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and until we psych again, bye.